Hi there, I'm Kathy Sherry, the video marketing mentor and the founder of kathysherry.tv, and I am very excited to welcome a special guest today, Marian Rothschild, also known as the Wardrobe Whisperer. Marian is a certified image and wardrobe consultant and the founder and president of Look Good Now, which is based in Boulder, Colorado, where she is today. And she's going to answer some of our most burning questions about style, wardrobe, and makeup for the video camera. Welcome, Marian.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's get to it. I always stress to my clients that they should, strive to be consistent with their brand when they're making their videos. And so that would, of course, include their wardrobe and their makeup and hair, as well as the setting. But I have a question. How can you discover your unique, authentic brand style?
That is a great question. What I suggest to people who ask, how do we know what we should be wearing? How do we know what we love? Here's what I suggest. Magazines are the least expensive way to understand your style, your personal style. Instead of wasting thousands and thousands of dollars on clothes
Which
that we
we've
have
done.
in our closets that are mistakes, take a look at some magazines that are age appropriate for your age bracket. I would suggest things like In Style and Lucky magazine for the under 40 crowd.
Uh-huh.
For over 40, more
More is great.
Real Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Red Book is wonderful, actually. The Oprah magazine. And what's another one? Even things like Better Homes and Gardens and Sunset. They're not fashion magazines, but you don't want to be a fashion plate, right? You
Right.
want to be a brand statement for who you are. You want your look to be your logo to reflect your personal brand.
Boy, that is so well put.
So
So,
here's what you do.
oh,
Here's
yeah,
what you
I
do
knew
with
you were
mag-
going to have a solution. I was just about to say, so what do you do when you find
right,
these looks that appeal to
right.
you?
So you take a look at the magazine and see what pictures of outfits and separates and hairstyles and polished day makeup faces. See what you love. See what you say to yourself, I love that look. That's how I would like to look, but I don't have that jacket. I don't have that body type. I don't have that coloring. Don't worry about that. Cut the pictures out of the magazines that you love, that are of outfits that you love, that you say, yes, this is how I wish I could project myself. Cut those pictures out of the magazines and cut them from lots of different sources, magazines and maybe some catalogs in different magazines, and get a bulletin board. You probably have one in your basement or an old closet in the second bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and put the bulletin board up in or near your closet. Put the pictures up on the bulletin board so that you can see those pictures every day when you get dressed, and use them as inspiration to put together outfits and looks that you love, that express who you are.
I love that idea, Marian. That's awesome.
Thanks.
I asked my clients for their questions, and a lot of them were about finding the best colors and style and shapes to flatter their body type. So I'd like to start with color. How do you know if a color is good for you?
Great question, because a lot of us are walking around in grays and blacks.
Guilty.
Take a look at any crowd of people on the sidewalk, in a business, in a building, on a bus, on the subway. Everybody's wearing really drab, dreary colors. And
Mm.
guess what? That reflects on your essence, because you are a representation on the outside of who we are on the inside, right? So if we're wearing drab, dreary colors, how do you
Mm,
feel? Kind of
right,
drab and kind of dreary, right?
right. And that's probably not a reflection of who you are or who your brand is.
Right. You don't want people to see you as drab and dreary. So here's what you do. Most people either have warm coloring or cool coloring. Warm coloring people, let's see, Barack Obama has warm coloring
Hmm,
because he has yellow undertones to his skin.
right.
It doesn't matter how light or how dark you are. I actually have yellow undertones to my skin. How do I know that? I tan very easily.
Mm-hmm.
I stay tan. Boy, my legs are still tan just from dog walking and gardening. How else? I'm lucky. I realize I actually don't have any gray hair.
Wow. You
People
are
with
lucky.
people with rosy undertones to their skin burn easily or don't tan at all.
You are now talking about me.
Okay, there we go. So, and you have a pink glow to your skin rather than mine is kind of a yellow golden uh, glow to my skin. And if you can't see it necessarily on my face because of, you know, odd lighting that's going on right now, you can, if we put our legs side to side, mine would have this yellow golden
Ah,
glow. Yours would have a pink tone. Okay,
interesting.
so yeah, so Brad Pitt has yellow undertones to his skin. Catherine Zeta-Jones has rosy undertones to her skin.
So if you're one or the other, then what kind of a color palette would be best for you?
Great question. Those of us with yellow undertones to our skin look really nice in tones that are more like earth tones,
Mm-hmm.
in browns and greens, tan, beiges, camel, um, also teal,
Uh-huh.
aqua, coral, of course, and here's the big difference, russet and
Ah.
copper color. Those of us with, or those of you
Mm-hmm.
with rosy undertones to your skin, you look best in berry tones,
Ah.
wine color. So it's more of a bluish red,
Mm-hmm.
and I would wear more of an orangish red.
Yeah,
Okay,
that makes sense.
right. So the other thing is go with eye color.
Mm-hmm.
If you have either blue or green eyes, wow. Wear those colors in your tops or in your jewelry, and your eyes will pop. And people will say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize your eyes were so blue. They look fantastic." Um,
So I
so,
have to ask you about
yeah.
one of every woman's favorite color because we all think we look good in it and it's slimming, and that is that lovely color black. Which is almost like a uniform in New York City, where I'm living. It's like everybody wears black.
Right.
And what is black a good color for everybody? Or are we just deluding ourselves?
I think you know the answer to that in how you asked the question. Here's who looks good in black. People who have black hair.
Huh.
Here's why. It's a good balance. When you put down here what you have going on up here, it's a nice balance. So, for those of us who want to wear black down here and don't have black hair, here's how to get a good balance. Put something on up here that is black. For example, eyeglass frames, okay?
Oh, great.
Or a headband,
Mm-hmm.
or a scarf,
Uh-huh.
or a hat, or really dark eye makeup.
Huh. And
It
that will
gets
pull
good
it
balance.
together.
Yes, and here's the other thing. When you are wearing black, I'm not going to tell I never tell clients to throw all their black things away. I'm not like Stacey London on what not to wear when she says, "What were you thinking?" I don't do that. I know what they were thinking. They weren't sure what they should wear, so they had to buy something. But here's what I do tell them. When you're wearing black, at least wear something up by your face that is more flattering to your natural
Ah,
color. So wear, if you have rosy undertones to your skin, wear something with silver and maybe some uh, berry tones of a necklace or a scarf, definitely.
terrific.
If you have yellow undertones to your skin, then wear something with maybe some russet or aqua or teal color down here. Definitely, again, wear the color
Got it.
of what's in your eyes, and wear something with a little sparkle and color next to your face so that your face is where people look. Face
Exactly.
prominence,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of which, a lot of my clients had some very specific questions about more flattering styles and shapes for specific sort of, body issues, bugaboos. So one was, how do you disguise kind of a fat tummy? And another one, uh, which I would never have thought of because this has never been an issue in my life, is on camera, she has a very large bosom, and she'd like to know what she could wear that would make her bust look less prominent on camera.
Sure, that's a great question. So when you have, I'll address the first one first, and that was big tummy.
Right.
What you want to do is dress to de-emphasize non-desirable areas and dress to emphasize your specialty areas. So when you want people to look right here. So that's why we spend so much money on hair color and
Mm-hmm.
hair styling, cosmetics, of course, and accessories. Put accessories next to your face. Spend time on your hair and your makeup if possible. If you're, going to be on camera, if you're going to pay for professional headshots with a professional
Right.
photographer, which you should absolutely, spend the money on a professional makeup person and who can do makeup and hair. Most makeup people can style hair. They don't cut hair, of course, but they can do some styling.
Right. Right.
And so that you put the focus where you want it, which is
So
right up there by your
that
face.
pretty much is a rule of thumb to if you have any parts of your body that you think are less than perfect, and you regardless, you want the attention on your face and around here, right?
Right. So if you think of, I always ask people in a personal style assessment, I ask them, what are your favorite body parts from the top of your head
Mm-hmm.
to the tip of your toes? What are your favorite body parts? And then what are your least favorite body parts? And accentuate your favorite parts. And
Accentuate the positive.
yes, and downplay, or kind of camouflage and cover up your non-desirables. Of course, going by the principle of whatever is darker recedes and whatever is lighter or brighter stands out. Use that information when you're dressing yourself. For example, a slimming effect is to always put a lighter or brighter color under a darker colored jacket if you
Mm-hmm.
want to appear slimmer. And you can do that with utilizing scarves and jewelry hanging in a vertical
Oh,
straight down your body.
that's a
Yeah.
great tip.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of takes us into this whole makeup. Everybody had questions about makeup.
Okay.
A lot of my clients are health coaches and they wear little or no makeup at all. So, first of all, I'd like you to address why we need to wear makeup when we're on camera. And then give me some of your tips and tricks for, keeping us looking natural and brightening our eyes, but not looking like we're overdone.
Sure. And let me preface this with telling you that I live in Boulder, Colorado. I've lived here for over 20 years. Boulder was labeled GQ labeled Boulder the worst dressed city that looks best naked.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, we here in Boulder are very health conscious. We have a lot of natural healers, um, you know, alternative medicine type
Yes.
folks who are very into health and wellness. So I'm very familiar with this genre of folks who, don't want to address the issue of wearing makeup. I am the first to admit that in the grand scheme of things, in the cosmic consciousness, our hair, makeup, and wardrobe choices essential.
Uh-huh.
No, no. However, on a day-to-day basis, dealing with people in your life, friends, colleagues, coworkers, clients, customers, many people whom you would like to become your clients or customers, are hairstyle, makeup, and wardrobe choices important? You betcha. So here's what I advise. The reason why it's important for to pay attention to grooming and your appearance is because it is in our hard wiring. It is biological that we take in impressions and form opinions of those impressions in a matter of 2 seconds flat. This is
Right.
not my opinion. Malcolm Gladwell wrote about this in his book Blink. He's the author of many
Great
popular
book.
business strategy books.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of Malcolm Gladwell. So the book Blink talks all about this. It's not superficial or judgmental. It's actually biological in our hard wiring. So what we want to do with makeup and wardrobe, but especially makeup for this purpose, especially in front of a camera and dealing with your clients, is you want to put back the coloring that you had when you were at your prime, when you were 13, 12, 11 years old, and you ran around in the sun all day barefoot and did cartwheels on the grass.
Oh, that sounds
And
so delightful.
isn't it? And we had a wonderful, glow to our skin,
Hmm.
and we didn't need to worry about makeup because everything looked so beautiful and healthy. Well, time passes and things change.
Yeah.
And what cosmetics can do and what proper application of makeup can do is restore the coloring and restore the structural integrity of our skin and our features that we had when we were 12, 13 years old. So I would say what makeup can do is accentuate your features,
Right.
as that were accentuated when we were young. Put back coloring that isn't there anymore, unfortunately, and give you an all-over even tone to the skin,
Right.
and give you a healthy glow that isn't there when we don't have makeup on after a certain point in our lives.
Exactly, and which is a wonderful segue into my personal favorite question that I have for you, which is what can you do to look younger on camera? And specifically, is there any way to disguise a wrinkly neck or wrinkles in general? What's the best way to deal with wrinkles as we get older?
That is such a funny question because it reminds me of when I worked with Shelley Winters,
Uh-huh.
the star. For 4 months, I played Shelley Winters' daughter in The Gingerbread Lady by Neil Simon at the Drury Lane Theater in downtown Chicago
Oh, amazing.
on Michigan Avenue. Yeah, it was quite an experience. And Shelley, for her character in this play, she wore She called them lifts, and they're still around. They still have them. You can buy them in Sephora, places like that.
Uh-huh.
And what they are, it looks like a little Band-Aid or one of those butterfly,
Right.
a little butterfly bandage that they put on stitches.
Right.
And basically, what it does is, you'd put it like in the back of your neck.
Oh my God, I have to try this.
Yeah, and it's like wearing duct tape back there, and here's the difference,
Oh
it's
my
that
God.
and that. She also wore them here and here, and they go, into the scalp, and then you just cover them up with
Well, I
your
guess that beats plastic surgery any day.
sure does. But short of that, here are some tricks. You can use your contouring. Is a term that we use for creating dimension on the face. Again, going by the principle of whatever is darker recedes, whatever is lighter and brighter stands out. We of course highlight or fill in at this point our eyebrows
Yes.
with a natural color pencil. We put highlighter color on the brow bone. We put contouring color or a natural shade color, which would be, for Caucasians, it would be a medium brown tone or a medium gray tone or a medium plum tone. Nothing too dark, but we put that in the crease of the eye. Some eyeliner, and of course mascara, because wow, what a difference there is.
Yeah.
And if you think there's a difference, go on my website and take a look at the before and after pictures on marianrothschild.com.
Oh, I definitely encourage people to do that because I have done it and it's awesome. It's really amazing.
Yeah, and I do the makeup. I do a makeup lesson for folks, and I show them proper techniques and the power of just a little bit of natural coloring around the eyes to brighten the eyes, and then proper placement of under eye concealer.
Yes.
Under eye concealer is the most misused and underused cosmetic in a woman's cosmetic bag. We have it, we don't use it, or we use it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Most women put under eye concealer right under here in this trough.
And where should it go?
Where we should be putting it is on the crease, on this line right here. So that and then using the ring finger, we need to tap, tap, tap and blend it into the under eye area and the cheek area so that it all looks like one.
Boy, that may be the best tip you've just shared because I am so guilty of doing it the wrong way.
Here's an even funner tip.
Okay.
For creating distinction between the chin area and the neck area and the face. So again, going by the principle of whatever is darker recedes, whatever is lighter and brighter stands out. Take your blush brush, put a little bit of a dark tan color on it. The color, so if I go like this and you can see a shadow there on my face,
right.
That's what color of eyeshadow you would want to use, or some kind of powder on your blush brush, and go along the jawline and straight down the center of the chin, right here under the chin.
I love this.
As well as under the cheekbones, underneath where you would put your blush. And that creates contouring and a distinction.
Marian, this has been so much fun, and you've been so generous with your time, and I cannot tell you how much I cannot wait to put this into action. I've just learned so many great little tips.
Wonderful.
Before we wrap up, I want you again to tell everybody where they can find you.
You can get lots more tips like that I shared with you by going onto my website, which is www.marianrothschild.com, all one word, and I'm going to spell it out for you because it's a little tricky.
Good.
Marian rhymes with librarian, and Rothschild is like the famous name. So it's Marian, Marian, Roths as in Samuel, Child, marianrothschild.com. And there are tons of videos along the right side of the screen. And there is a video there on tips to look long and lean.
Ooh.
How to dress to actually look thinner, tall and thin. Who doesn't want that?
Oh, we all do.
Yeah. And then take a look at the before and after pictures, and you will see some amazing transformations in a very real and natural sort of way.
And that's
These
what we
are
want.
not the
Yeah.
Kardashian girls on the cover of People magazine. These are everyday folks, women, who just want a natural look, but just a sharp, smart, professional look,
Yeah.
and in a very natural looking way.
Well, thank you so much, Marian,
Yeah.
for joining me today. I hope we can do this again sometime. It was just so generous of you to open up your bag of tricks for my viewers, and we all appreciate it. And I cannot thank you enough.
My pleasure.
All right, bye, everybody. We will see you soon.
Bye-bye.